Lateral lunges, a great exercise for executing and isolating that outer swoop of the quad here, okay? Also really good for developing the side panel of the glute, also known as the gluteus maximus. Now, when you're doing your lateral lunge, there are a lot of moving parts. It's a very complex movement, so make sure that you have all your cues down and you feel comfortable doing this movement with body weight before you add weight. When I'm setting up for my lateral lunge, I'm gonna make sure my chest stays up nice and tall, my feet are in line with my hips. As I step out in a lateral plane of movement, I'm gonna make sure that my toes are in line with one another, meaning I'm not gonna step out in front or behind me. Okay, so as I step out laterally, my feet are in line with one another. I'm gonna push my butt back, keeping my chest up nice and tall, my shoulders are square, and my head stays up. I'm gonna hinge my hips as much as possible without dropping my shoulders. I'm then gonna push through my heel, return back to that starting position, chest up nice and tall, before I go back into my next rep. One dumbbell should be outside of your knee, the other dumbbell should be inside of your knee. As you're performing this movement, once again, if your eyes are facing the floor and your shoulders are down, you are wrong. Chest up tall, butt's low. Get as low as you can go without dropping the shoulders and return back to that starting position. When performing your lateral lunge, there are some common mistakes that you will see a lot of people make. Here's what I want you to focus on when you're performing this movement. As I step out laterally, I want to make sure that I keep my chest up nice and tall, keeping my butt low, okay? Eyes are facing forward. I'm going to drive through the heel, return back to that starting position. The thing that you don't want to do is step out laterally and drop your shoulders to the ground and have your eye or point of view to the floor, okay? If your shoulders are down and your eyes are to the floor, you are wrong. Hips back, chest up tall. It's not about how low you can go with the weight. It's about keeping contraction and stress on the quad, pushing the butt back, and then we're gonna explode, drive back into that heel. The other thing you wanna focus on for your lateral lunge is keeping the opposite leg nice and straight. You'll see it's very common for individuals to step out and bend the opposite knee and shift their weight to one side here, okay? So leg stays extended, elevate the knee, step out, land flat on the heel, chest up nice and tall, shoulders are square, eyes are forward, drive, and return back to that starting position. The last common mistake that you do not want to make when you're doing your lateral lunge is as you step out, you're not in the same plane of movement with your opposite foot, okay? So you don't want to make the mistake of stepping out in front of you, okay? We want to make sure that our toes stay aligned the entire time, same plane of movement, chest up tall, butt low, drive, and return back to the starting position.